Hi Capricorn, welcome to your September 2022 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign, Cappy, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to that, there is no key to the week, Raph. For your actions and interactions with the world at large over the course of this month, you got the Knight of Pentacles. I very much see this card having a very Capricornian kind of energy. It's about that slow, steady, wins the race kind of sort of energy that you put out, right? That you guys are really known for, that stick-to-itiveness. Now, what I will say to you is a lot of your actions this month are very deliberate, right? So whatever you're doing, you are doing it with intention, you're doing it with focus, you're doing it with discipline. This month, it looks like you are taking a moment, you're taking a stock, you're taking a moment, you're taking stock, and then you are pushing on with a specific plan. For some of you, this might be starting a business. For some of you, this might be finally going after an investment of some sort. For a lot of you, this is you at ground zero with something that you've been meaning to do for a long time. So it's like you're really digging in to say, right, this is what the future looks like, but this is what the now has to be in order for that to take place. A lot of you are getting started on something that's going to be a big part of your lives from here on in. For your communications and conversations, you've got the World card. I mean, I love this. So for a lot of you, there's a lot of interaction with your oh, come on, brain. There's a lot of interaction here with your specific with like your specific community. For others, for those of you that are working, employed, etc., this could be a month of breakthrough in the career. This could be where you're getting a promotion. It could be where some kind of what's the word that I'm looking for? It could be where like you're either getting a promotion. Maybe for some of you, if you've been temping, you're being made permanent. Maybe if you've got your own business. I mean, for those of you, some of you, like I said, this could be where you're starting your own business, where you're really starting to launch into something and you are taking it. It's like you're not taking it at face value. You're taking it very, very seriously. For I mean, I love it. All in all, I mean, I think the World card just kind of speaks for itself. For your heart and half, you've got the 8 of Cups. So, okay, for those of you that are single, it looks like some of you may be moving. And it's like during the course of this move, you're having to let go of a potential relationship. So it's either you or maybe somebody else is moving away, and so therefore the relationship can't continue. It's like you're refusing to do the whole long distance thing, and some of you are kind of saying, no, you know what, this isn't for me, this is not the right connection. And it's not because there's anything wrong with either of you. It's not the right connection because you refuse to do the long distance thing. Not because you can't, because a lot of Capricorns can, but it's like you're choosing not to. For those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term commitments, this I actually feel like one of you, and it's likely to be your significant other, is basically saying, okay, you know what? You want to move, you want to change area, you want to move out of the place that we live in or the place that we've always lived in for the last however long. And a lot of you, it looks like you're taking that leap, but it's like the 8 of Cups because it's the emotional imbalance. Like you're really feeling that, like, wow, you know, we're actually going to do this. Like the place that we have lived in, that we've built a life in, or that I grew up in, or that you grew up in, like that place is no longer going to be our community. Big changes ahead. And then for your money and materials, you have the King of Pentacles. If this ain't a month for a promotion, a bonus, some kind of financial blessing, I couldn't tell you what is, right? So where maybe you're having to release one thing, you're definitely getting it all back on the material plane. I love this for your finances. I love it for promotions. I love it for new or big money coming in. Maybe it's expected for some of you, but for a lot of you, I kind of feel like this is just going to be a really pleasant development. So fantastic. All right, for your first week of the month, you got a jumper. And it is the High Priestess. So whatever you are working on or towards, you're doing it very much behind the scenes. If you're starting a business, if you are pushing ahead with certain plans, for some of you as well, it looks like you're deliberating potentially over an important woman in your life, and how to proceed with or without this person. So that could be interesting as well. For your second week of the month, you've got the Fool card. What's really interesting about this to me, so you've got the High Priestess coupled with the Fool. That is some sort of information or some piece of hidden information that comes to light that has a profound change on your life. So in this first half of the month, you've got the Fool card with the World card, which is literally at full circle energy, because the Fool card is the start of the major arcana and the World card is the completion of the major arcana. So this second week of the month, there is something that comes full circle, and it's going to be kind of like a fated moment. For your third week of the month, you've got the Sun card. So whatever you are having to release or to let go of, there is something there that will be replacing it that will be so much better. The Sun card is light, heat, blessings, especially with the Fool card. For those of you that are wanting or looking to conceive, and here's the really interesting bit. For those of you that have been trying to have children, and I touch wood and I really hope that I'm wrong on this front, for those of you that are trying to have children that may have recently miscarried, this will be where it actually goes ahead. So it's like you've tried to have a child, you got pregnant, it didn't quite work out. I'm really sorry to hear that if that is the case for you, but it's like as quickly as that is done, maybe you weren't even trying anymore because you were in pain about the whole situation, and bam, this sort of mid portion of the month, it just happens really naturally, really organically. For those of you that are leaving an area or leaving an area behind, it's like whatever or whoever you are leaving, it really does have a profound effect on your life moving forward, and it will bring so many blessings. For your fourth week of the month, you have the Universe card, which is the World card. If you ain't getting a promotion, if there's not some sort of career advancement or financial blessing that shows up for you this month, you're not a Capricorn. Okay, like this, I mean, there's no other way really that I can say it. You've got a double hit of the World card, you've got the Fool, you've got the Sun. I mean, this is a really great month for you guys. So for your lunations, so on the 25th of September, we will have the new moon in the sign of Libra. And this for you is in your 10th house of career, social status, public standing. The way that the world sees or refers to you is going through a shift or a change. This could be a new job. It could be a new job title. A new job title very often comes with new monies or new resources or a new pay bracket. There's something here where your responsibilities and your job is changing and shifting, but the results and the monetary rewards are also there. Your new moon message is the gate to and direct. So this is basically saying to you, this is not a month, and this lunation, so this new moon, is not a time to take anyone's word for it. All right, unless it comes from the horse's mouth in all regards, or let's say until you see it in writing. Unless the boss comes and tells you this thing, this is not a month to trust hearsay. All right, this is a month when it shows up, it's real, it's tangible, the facts are there, then you know it's real. The full moon on the 10th of September in the sign of Pisces is happening for you in your third house of daily sort of grind stuff. This is the area that you live in. Your community seems to be coming up in some way, shape or form for you big this month. That full moon in the third house, literally like it's like your environment. It's the local shop that you go to. It's the websites that you visit every day, whether that's to read the news or to, I don't know, play a game. It's all of those kinds of things. And it's also your personal skills. they're being highlighted in some way because it's a full moon. So your skills, your local resources and community is going to be called into question in some way, shape or form. Maybe for some of you, this is that moment, right, where you reveal, like, actually, we've found a house that we want to buy, you know, in a different country, or, you know, in a different location. Ta-da! So it'll be an interesting one to see for sure. It's also communication. So this is going to bring communication very much to the fore this month. And for this, you've got the Gate 45 and Regal. And the message behind this card is lead by example. This is about doing what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. So whatever you're communicating out to the world this month around that full moon, you have to show up in that way for the people that you are making certain promises, commitments, etc. too. I mean, the other thing as well, because it is a full moon in Pisces, the feeling that I get from this is it's almost like you're starting to get a deeper understanding of the way you come across in your communications. I think for a lot of you, this might be a moment where you start to really own your Capricornian brilliance. I think this might also be a time where if you are stepping into the head of a family kind of role, or the head of work kind of role, wherever you're stepping into that sort of presidential, empress, emperor, king, queen, president, matriarch, patriarch, matriarch, wherever you're stepping into a big position, you're doing this and you're demonstrating your own level of skill and why you are being invited to do such a thing. There is a lot of advancement here for you guys this month, and I really, really love it. I kind of feel like this is the rewards that you knew were promised, but you hadn't quite seen shape up, and now they do show up. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.